Tell us about the relief efforts from Poland and things that you've been involved with.
Yep. Well, thank you, Roger, and thank you, everyone. Just briefly introducing myself. So, as Roger said, I'm a member of the New Europeans here in Warsaw, and we cooperate on a different initiatives. I'll be speaking about one initiative which we have regarding Ukraine later. So we planned the event April 13 here in Warsaw. On a daily basis, I work in the Center of Migration Research at the University of Warsaw. I also do the European studies. My research is also within the area of European studies, European integration. So considering the migration, it's, for today, that's 1.3 million people cross the Polish-Ukrainian border, and more than nearly 2 million Ukrainians left Ukraine since February 24th. So I think we have to bear in mind the war, what the consequences of the war is for the Ukraine, but also for the rest of the Europe, to accommodate people, to make them feel safe and to help them to start a new life. And I think it's extremely important. The European Union has the temporary protection measures, asylum protection measures introduced to the whole Ukrainians. So that's very good step. And my work, apart from the migration, is also, as I said, in the European integration. And I think we have to, and this is what I want to do in the here also in Warsaw regarding the apart from the help which we provide, to also think about and help to bring a bit of optimism to Ukrainians and the vision of the European integration for Ukraine. As you remember, a few days ago, President Zelensky wrote the official application to the European Union for the membership. European Parliament endorsed this. So then Georgia and Moldova also applied for the membership status. So I think we have a new development in this regard, and but it brings the question of the future of Ukraine. I mean, what I think about the immediate future. So how the war can, how the war can impact the situation of Ukraine. I mean, it's likely that within few weeks, the military activities will stop in the end, because we see Russia invasion is not really going very much, doesn't have really very much advances. Now all the shootings and then the bombarding of the civilian population, it's also a form of conforming that the military strategy failed. So it's likely, hopefully, and it's likely that it will very soon there will be some form of ceasefire. Fingers crossed. But the point is, what will be the future of Ukraine in this situation? Ukraine will be divided, probably. Some parts of the Ukrainian territory will be occupied. As I said, if we have 2 million Ukrainians already left, and that's all, mostly mothers with children. Remember, men cannot leave Ukraine for now. So it's likely that either the people will stay in the West, majority might stay in the West, Western countries. So I think that's for the next few months or a year or two. So I think the challenges which we have is firstly to make sure that people who want to come back will come back to Ukraine, that we have the clear vision of what would be the possible European integration path for Ukraine. If this enthusiasm and empathy, which there is widespread in the European societies, will stay and will transform also into a support from the membership. or close cooperation, very close cooperation, which in the end can lead to membership. So I think that's it's the work which I'm trying to get involved, and that's the event which we plan on the April 13 in Warsaw, is to engage civil society activists, a Ukrainian diaspora. I mean, I've been teaching for 8 years here in Warsaw in the international relations English program, and we have majority of them were Ukrainian students. So they have there's a young generation of Ukrainians who have been living here, studying here, not only in Poland and other countries. So that's a resource for us to get engaged those people and bring them, engage them into the activism, advocacy for the European integration of Ukraine. Because that's basically if we think about Putin's goal, the Putin goal is to keep the former Soviet Union republics in this kind of divided failed state status, and that happens to Moldova, that happens to Georgia, and then now it's happening to Ukraine. And I think if we, from the European Union perspective, from the European perspective, we just have to think how to change the status of those countries, how to get them more involved into Western institutions, European institutions, and how to do this smartly also, not to provoke further Russia. So there's a lot of work to think how. Because if we don't do this, then we're leaving them in the Russian sphere for decades. And if we agree to this, the European political elites agree to this, that means Putin wins. That's his goal. He wants his former Soviet Union republic to be in his sphere. So I think there's a lot to discuss also. I know that we have an immediate threats, an immediate problems which we have, but I think we have to see also the longer perspective, the future perspective. And since Ukraine applied for the membership status, I think this is on the agenda. And I think it would be good to react. So the Warsaw event would be mostly trying to get the Ukrainian diaspora civil society activists here, there are plenty of them here. There were, before the war, there were nearly 1 million Ukrainians who were in Poland. We had a lot of connection here with the Ukrainian civil society activists. There are a lot of foundations, charities, a lot of students. So I think it's good to get this energy and think and try to get, I mean, like because I know personally a lot of Ukrainians, and I called them immediately, of course, when the war started, and they feel they feel fear, tears, anger, but also they want to act. This is exactly what they want, like they turn anger into action. So that's I hope this is going to be like the series of events here in Warsaw, when we can organize and get engaged with the Ukrainian diaspora here, which is, as I said, it's very numerous, and it's been already in a way socialized into European values, which is again a resource to think and to use to connect with the new Europeans or other European civil society activists.
Thank you very much, Jan. That's very, very helpful.